about Presidents Against Hunger in diverse ways, and design a budget for a potential Presidents Against Hunger club at the University of Arizona. Based on our second goal, which was the President's commitment, we would like President Hart to sign the commitment and be sent to Auburn. This commitment would outline the campus goals, the action guides, and teaching resources, as well as the outreach tips. The University of Arizona would initiate this Presidents Against Hunger campaign based on the feasibility of the research, the petition, and the presidential opinion.
Some of the procedures we did in order to try to promote this program onto the campus was we created surveys to anonymous students. We discussed what kind of questions we wanted to ask the students and type of questions in which they might have some interest in this program. We discussed these questions that we wanted to ask on the surveys during our bi-weekly meetings. We decided to present our surveys to these 3 classrooms. We decided them based off that they were all in the College of Agriculture and Life Sciences, so they have some related interests into nutrition and malnourishment. We also did anonymous surveys to TRIO, which is a federally funded organization in several universities, and we just targeted them just as a group on campus. In order to distribute the surveys, we gave this prompt email to professors asking if we could go into their classroom, take about 5 minutes of their time, and explain to them what our purpose is and what we want to get out of it. This was the sample of our survey. We asked, first of all, we gave a 1 to 2 minute presentation on what it is, what we're trying to bring onto campus, a little background on the Presidents Against Hunger. In addition, we did ask them and tell them that it was anonymous and they had the volunteer to agree or disagree if they wanted to take the survey. Every other question after that, we had 6 questions asking their interest into Presidents Against Hunger, if they would participate in the club if one was established, and how interested they are into bringing this into our own campus. The rest of the 3 questions were more towards them, just to get us a little data on where is the most, it appeals most, in what college, race or ethnicity, and then what gender.
So once we actually had our data results, we collected them all and put them into a spreadsheet, and then we determined which statistical test would be appropriate for our kind of data. At first, we calculated the average of each question on the Likert scale just to kind of gauge the overall interest in each category. Then we also compared those results with demographic data to kind of establish trends and see where maybe we could implement Presidents Against Hunger. So for our results, actually 64% of our respondents strongly or moderately were interested in learning about Presidents Against Hunger. 53% of them strongly believe that Presidents Against Hunger should be on the University of Arizona campus. Seeing this, we were really excited and thought that there was really a niche that could be filled by this club. However, only 40% were neutral about participation, and only 17% were strongly interested in participating. So once we saw that only 17% would actually commit to a club, we kind of had to step back and really think about our recommendations and the implications of not having that student support. So to give you guys some visuals, here was the first question we actually asked on our survey. We asked the students if they had ever gone hungry before. And actually 27% said that they had gone hungry at one time or another. That's kind of a scary statistic. Somebody you're sitting next to in the lecture hall might not be able to afford to eat that day. So that kind of really motivated us to really work towards building the interest of Presidents Against Hunger. As I mentioned earlier, we asked whether or not they believe Presidents Against Hunger should be on the University of Arizona campus. 53% strongly agreed, and even 19% moderately agreed. So that's a huge portion of our surveyed students that would like to see this on the University of Arizona campus. However, like I mentioned earlier, 40% were neutral in actually participating. That's a huge group of students that would not commit to a club, with only 17% strongly agreeing to participate in an actual club.
So as a team, we came to the conclusion that there isn't enough commitment among U of A students